World records galore being set at the London Olympics, but how much is due to the athletes and how much might be due to, well, the venue itself? Matthew Futterman is in London. He's been reporting on this for us at the Wall Street Journal. Matt, give us a sense, for instance, with the pool that Michael Phelps and everyone has been swimming in. How do they make a pool faster?
Well, basically that has to do with making the water flatter. The less wavy a pool is, the less resistance there's going to be to the swimmer, the easier it is to cut through the water. And the way you do that is you create a system where the side of the pool isn't actually the side of the pool, and the water sort of descends over a wall into another wall, into a recirculation system, and that makes everything very peaceful and very calm and very conducive to swimming fast.
So everybody was so worried about the swimsuits, the enhanced swimsuits, that they weren't allowed to wear this go around. They thought, no way, we're going to be setting records. But the pool itself seems to have at least helped a little bit. Are people in agreement about that?
No, I don't think people are upset about it. I think part of the Olympic brand is, people want to tune in because they want to see people do what no one has done before, and that's part of the selling point. Gilbert Philly was talking about. That's sort of the point of sports, to win, but also to break records, and that's what they're going with.
It wasn't just the pool, though. Even the indoor track was, sort of technologically enhanced. Tell us a little bit about what they did there.
I think you're talking about the indoor cycling track.
Yes, exactly.
Well, what they researched there, a few things. One was the ideal temperature to go fast. They figured that was 82 degrees, and then they worked very hard to control that temperature and maintain it. The other was they pushed the finish line back 5 meters. So that would give you a longer finishing straightaway coming out of those high bank turns, which are really the slowest part of the race. And the straightaway gives you more time to accelerate and greater opportunity to go faster than anyone else has.
Fascinating. And it doesn't just end there, though. The springiness when it comes to gymnastics, they actually worked on the floor there, and so that's helped the gymnasts?
Right, I think that's something that's been evolving over the last 10 years. I mean, you look at what gymnasts were doing 20 years ago, and it doesn't really compare to what was happening today. And that all has to do with the evolution over the last decade. They had a very springy floor in Beijing, too. It's different in gymnastics. You don't have the kind of world records, but you want to see a spectacle. You want to see the flying squirrel fly high. And I think everybody agrees that they've achieved that.
People like to see the world records. Do you hear anybody saying, though, look, we're talking about, saying someone has set the world record over time, and of course, how do you adjust for inflation? I mean, the people who were setting records way back when didn't have these technological advances available to them. Does anybody sort of think it's maybe not apples to apples?
I think everybody thinks it's not apples to apples, but that's part of sports. And I think that by now we're sort of accepted the fact that it's pretty hard to compare athletes from one era to the next. The one place I think there's general agreement where they crossed the line was with those swimsuits that they were wearing in 2008, where they broke 24 records in Beijing, and the swimsuits increased buoyancy and really made the swimmers sort of inhuman by flattening out their skin, and eliminating resistance.
Fascinating. Great reporting by you. Matt Futterman, more in tomorrow's Friday Journal. Thanks for being with us.